You know what it is. Tune in, tap in, tap in, tap in. All right, tap in, tap in, tap in. Yo, I'm just chilling. I'm downtown. I'm with my daughter. She came down here to get a passport. So I'm just chilling right now. When I went in, she was 18 months. And when I come out of jail, she like 27 going on 28. So I missed her whole life and wasn't supposed to get this opportunity to spend with her. But, God blessed me to have this opportunity. So right now we down here, at the passport office. And I dreamt for days like this. Y'all want to know a real prison story? I dreamt for days like this. I mean, to tell you what it's like, I went in jail at 28, 29. I come home and my daughter is now 28 years old. So this is like a culture shock to me and everything else. You know what I mean? And it kind of made me scratch my head to try and figure out how I put myself in that trick bag to wind up where I'm at. I'm wondering, how did I wind up in prison with life plus 20 when in my mind I was doing that to feed my family so my family had a better place in life and I can be that catapult to get them there. And then I get locked up. And now I get locked up. And now I'm definitely not there for them. And they got to fend for themselves. So that was the first part of my transformation in prison, was trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? Let me turn it up. That was the first part, trying to figure out, how did I get there? Like, I'm in prison. I got life plus 20. Somebody help me understand this. And that's why I go hard for that Pooh Shiesty situation. Because he's a baby, he's 25. In 25 years, he'll still be younger than me, than I am today. And his whole life would have ran in front of him from one bad choice because no one pointed him in the right direction when he started getting the bag. Just like nobody pointed me in the right direction what to do with the bag when I started getting the bag. Like they didn't teach a lot of us back then. They just got us the bag, you know? And I was telling somebody the other day, Rob, let me keep it real with you. I just feel like just chilling right now. I was telling somebody the other day that this shit all started from back with Biggie and Tupac. And I'm gonna show you how we're gonna take a ride and tie that in. Biggie and Tupac. Tupac was in prison. Biggie was about to go back to selling crack when Puffy picked him up. When he was on his last leg on what he was gonna do. That was Biggie. And then Tupac was in prison, for art charge. And then here comes Puffy, come grab Biggie, and here comes Suge, come grab Tupac. And they throw them into this whole new world where now they're millionaires and they can buy anything, do anything, say anything, but their mentality is still, Biggie about to go sell crack and Tupac sitting in jail. So they didn't get a chance to grow with the bag growing. So the bag grew bigger than them and they got smothered by the bag. If you could understand what I'm saying. They got smothered by the bag, my nigga. Because the money got so overwhelming, they didn't know how to handle it. They didn't know what to do with it. And that's the same thing that happened with us, where my connect, to bring it into the drug part, my connect, you know, really my uncle who was my connect, because this is a personal friend that's my connect. It's not just somebody I'm copping for, keeping it moving. But just like my uncle, he sat there and he never told me what to do with all the millions. You know, he had put out R. Kelly and started all of this, music thing and was building the first recording studio down there in South Beach when dudes didn't even know South Beach was a part of the United States, just keeping it real. But 'cause no, I wasn't going down to Miami back then, you know? So dudes didn't even know that Miami was a part of the United States, man. They used to call that joint down bottom, you know? I mean, when I first went down there and I first heard Skywalker and Pop the Coochie and all that, I didn't know what the hell that was. You know what I mean? But the music sounded good. The women shaking their ass looked good. The weather was good. You know what I mean? My pockets was good, you know? And they got boats. We had boats in New York, but we didn't even know to take advantage of the boats because all we knew about in New York was the trains. So you could understand what I'm saying. So that's why when I went down there and I saw how different it was in Miami, that's when I said I gotta bring the homies here. But I got too many homies, so it'll cost too much. So what I did was fly up Miami to New York and let them give New York a live show. And from that live show spawned, you know, that heavy bass music, the Doodoo Brown, the females, the dancing, the clothes, because now New York is looking at Miami. When New York, remember this is before social media. Only time we got a chance to see a different state back then was if we watched the box. The box was where you call in and you pick the song you want, things like that. That's what that was, you know? Let me see what some of y'all talking about over here. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Everything good, Dennis. You know what it is. You know what I mean? Uh Crown Boys thing. Boys Inc. Okay, it's in the building. That's what's up. You know? Kill Sal Slater, you know? Tony Brown saying what's up to Juanita. She ain't even here. I'm gonna tell Juanita to say what's up, Tony Brown with the crush. My dog always been 10 toes down. You know what's up. Yo, everything good though. But I was just talking about it. My daughter just got back in the car. I'm waiting on her to set the GPS. And you can do what you do. But like I said, she was 18 months when I got locked up. And now she's setting the GPS and driving the car when I woke up, So picture that. So I know this gonna be a culture shock if they get their way with Pooh Shiesty, Big 30 and all them down there, you know? Cause just like right now, those what they call them, the old block 6 that's locked up. They in jail for trying to kill their ops that live in the same building, the same town and everything else. But then now they go to prison and all of a sudden while they in prison, they gotta protect each other. So the numbers is against them. Somebody let me know how that make any sense. You try and kill each other on the outside and then you go protect each other, on the inside. You care more about your ops life when you're in prison than when you're on the street. Somebody put that in the comments and let me know if that make any sense to you. You care more about your ops life when you're when you're in the prison than when you're on the street. Anybody agree with that or see that any different? You know? But it's all good. I'm gonna do a live later on from the crib. I'm downtown right now. Let me show you where I'm at. I know everybody ain't blessed to be down here. I know how to appreciate it. Look at these big ass buildings, man. Imagine dude pockets that own these buildings. You know? So that's where we at. We spin this joint back. But like I said, I'm gonna do a live later on tonight. Where I'm gonna get into the Pooh Shiesty, the Gucci, the Lil Durk, you know what I mean? All this going on, man. I see a lot of things going on, and that's why I just really fell back trying to process it and see where y'all mentality at. And I'm starting to see it. Hit that like button, man, so that they share this joint. Hit that like button. That don't cost y'all nothing to hit the like button. You know what I mean? All right. Rastafari Royal, what up? Bloodlines, all right, and lineages. Blessed Lion, Marcus Garvey, our Black Liberation flag forever. Ashi, you already know. You done know. But, that's where we at, man. So we here. Ah. So, I'm all the way downtown right now. I'm just enjoying this time with my daughter. What you doing? You texting your man or we gonna ride on? Oh, she need the hat because she too fly. She said her hair gonna blow. Let that shit blow. That's what dudes like. The body though. You know, she said it knocks the body out. You know, all right. Yeah, you already know, fam. Look at this right here. Hold up, little killer. Oh, it's right here. I just wanted to show y'all a little bit of New York, but I'm gonna tap in. I'm gonna see y'all later on tonight. All right. Let me see how to end this now. Boom, I ain't never did it on the phone, so bear with me. One of these buttons, click, click.